Hello. All right. So I want to do a couple things. One, I want to give you a quick update on how I'm doing. And two, I want to talk about some lessons I've learned from not tracking calories. Dun, dun, dun. So what I find for myself is that the places I'm the most resistant to go usually are the most helpful, but because I am gentle and kind and compassionate with myself, I don't force myself to change prematurely. If I think I'm going to be filled with resistance and fear, I gradually ease my way into things that I feel apprehensive about. And I didn't used to be that way. I used to believe if I should be doing something, I was going to make myself do it. And I was going to be kind of a dictator of sorts with myself. And I have learned over the years that that approach does not work well for me. It doesn't work well for almost everybody, but a lot of times people are hard pressed to let go of that story that that's how they have to be talked to and dealt with. But by having a more compassionate view of myself, when I know that there's something I'm hesitant to do but might push me in a direction that will lead to growth and improvement, I have to baby step my way into it. So that being said, what I've been doing for the last couple weeks is not tracking calories. Now, mind you, I've probably tracked calories or points for the last 13, 14 years, somewhere in that time frame. It's been something, I can tell you probably roughly what I'm eating calorie wise every day. I'm just not tracking it and I'm not making it a big deal. I'm using the ATE app, ATE app. And what I do is I'm taking photographs of all of my food. I'm still weighing all of my food because one of the things I know about me, and I accept, is that I tend to be generous with portions. I tend to be generous with my fats and my proteins and my starchy carbs and the things I really like. So I have to, right now, weigh my food. Over time, as I become more confident in myself and I feel less resistance to it, I might give that a shot too. But right now I'm just focusing on the calories. And I am eating when I'm hungry and I'm stopping when I'm satisfied. So what I have learned is crazy. First off, my hunger is very different day to day. I know I've always talked to you guys about this, that our bodies don't require the same amount of calories every day. There are some days I wake up ravenous and I want to eat like right away. And there's other days I'm actually good sometimes until 11, 12 o'clock. I think it depends on where I'm at in my cycle. I think it depends on what I ate the day before. I think it depends on my workouts, all of those factors combined. But I have noticed a wide variety of times I feel hungry, and I've been documenting this in my personal journal in the Half Size Me forums. So that's one. Two, I realized the other day I was angry. Why were you angry, Heather? Well, I'm waiting till I get hungry, and then there's a book that came out years ago called Lean Habits by Georgie Fear. It's a great book. She talks about if weight loss or fat loss is your goal, when you feel hunger, wait about 30 minutes to an hour to eat. That will help create a caloric deficit. Well, there have been days where my family is going to sit down and eat, or there's food present, and I realize I don't feel hunger. And I haven't felt hunger. And I have found myself a little agitated by that because I really want to eat, right? So it's more of a conditioned response. It's more of a pleasure, enjoyment response. And I caught myself the other day going, wow, I am really agitated about this. By the way, compassion, non-judgmental. Do you hear me saying, Heather, you should be, da, 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 da. No, interesting. You feel really agitated, Heather, because everyone else is eating something, and based on the criteria you put in place for yourself, you are not hungry. You haven't waited 30 minutes to an hour. Like, none of that applies. So sometimes I pass and I sit with it and I remind myself, compassion and kindness, that the next time I feel hunger, I can have that food. And that's a big one. I've been giving myself a lot of those little pep talks. Heather, the next time you feel hunger and you wait your 30 minutes, whatever it is you're wanting right now, you can have that. Now, by that point, most often I don't even want it. But the point is, I am being kind with myself and giving myself that permission. I'm also, and this has been wildly crazy, yesterday I did not finish my dinner. I did not finish my lunch. I went to Chipotle and I had a salad bowl with guac and everything. Didn't finish it. I have been noticing I'm leaving a lot of food behind, which I had not done before. I used to eat everything because I would track the calories and felt I was justified in doing so, eating all the food. Now I'm leaving food behind very frequently, and I remind myself I can box it up, I can save it, I can have it again later if I want it. A lot of compassion, a lot of kindness there. And anyway, so these are the big things. One, the not tracking of calories, waiting for hunger has highlighted that sometimes I'm eating when I'm not really hungry and having to sit with that discomfort. Two, I am noticing that my hunger is kind of all over the place, especially in the morning. It seems like some days I really, really want to eat early and some days I don't, so I'm just really listening to myself on that. Three, I'm leaving a lot of food behind that I would never have left before. I'm really starting to kind of notice when satiation's just starting to come on. So this has been a fun practice. I am really enjoying this. I'm getting into it. I'm planning on sticking with the 8-app for at least another couple weeks. My weight has been consistently going down. I hit 154 today, which is really the lowest weight I've seen in a long time. I checked back in my happy scale, and back in 2016, I was 153.2. That was the lowest I've weighed since having my happy scale app. So that's kind of my next benchmark for myself to get below 153.2. But anyway, the weight's coming down. I'm learning stuff about my body. I'm working on my compassion and kindness with myself. And I hope this helps. And again, I don't think I would personally have felt comfortable doing this had I not tracked and weighed my food for years, because I am eating consistently the same foods. I am weighing my foods, but I'm just not worrying about the calorie part of it. Like, I don't know how much I'm ending up at each day. Because partly I'm leaving food behind. But I could guesstimate if I had to based on my knowledge, and I'd probably be pretty close, but I'm just not giving it that much thought. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update, share my progress. I will be back with you next week. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.